So speaking of current status, Clinton, let's fill everybody in who might not know what you're up to these days, because you are coaching, right? You've taken your skills off the field now back sort of on the field, right? So was coaching always in your future? Did you feel like when you were younger, Clinton Portis, you were going to coach someday, or did this kind of just come your way?
Never. It kind of just came my way. I actually came up uh, myself, London Fletcher, uh, Antoine Bethea, Nate Clements. We have a youth league down in Charlotte, North Carolina, where we help kids get into school, called the Carolina Prospects. And I came up to talk to Jack about kids, hey, man, we got all the skill positions, so whatever you need, and it kind of escalated the conversation. And I thought I was coming up to talk about kids. And after the interview, well, after the meeting, he offered the job. Like I didn't even know I was on the interview. So it was dope because it was like listening to God. Like I never thought I wanted to coach. I never wanted to coach. I never thought I would be a coach. Uh, but on that day, it was like, hey, God telling me like, bro, this is it. And I remember it was freezing and I had just like I think a storm had just came through. And I'm like, Dover, Delaware? I'm like, oh no, I gotta go talk to the fam. And the more I thought about it, it was just like, you know what? This is the opportunity. And now we had the number one offense in FCS. We're the number one rushing team in FCS. We have three backs, or we have three kids over 300 yards with multiple touchdowns. So we're rolling, just as a team. We let one slip away last week up at Sacred Heart. We were up 14 and got in our own way. So we're back at the drawing board, man, figuring out how to get these kids exposure to get them on to the next level because these kids deserve that shot. They deserve that opportunity. The talent is there. It's just finding someone to pour into you to get the discipline side of things right, and get you to understand, like, get out your own way. And I think that's what separate the Power Five from the FCS or the lower schools, the HBCUs. But now having these coaches that we have like 6 or 7 coaches that played in the league that's here pouring back into these kids, along with D-Jack, myself. You got Eugene Chong, um, Emerson Martin, uh, um, Coach Donovan Warren, Coach Sammy Parker, who played out in Kansas City as well,
Right.
Priest. So you have coaches that's pouring into these kids, that's kind of giving them the cheat code, if they'll listen, that gives you an opportunity because all you need is a look. Once you take this logo off and you take the DSU off the jersey, if you put it all in black and white, these kids gonna go out and compete and look just as athletic as the ones at Power Five. So just trying to get them that exposure and get them that opportunity and hopefully get them to the next level.
So, Clinton, you talked about opportunity. I actually have had opportunity with creating the Holmes Stretch, which is a new podcast that I'm currently doing along with Mark, and we've got Bet 365 that's actually getting us lots of coverage and backing us. But you also talked about one thing that was very important to me, and you talked about modeling. And so, for me, growing up, it was two individuals, two running backs that I looked at. There was Earl Campbell that I saw on Sundays, and then I saw, of course, Tony Dorsett. So I began to model myself after Tony Dorsett because I says, hey, he looks closer to my height, what I look like. I can run very similar to the way that he runs. I'm not the size of Earl Campbell. I'm not just running into the A gap and just trying to bust a hole. But for me, thinking that modeling, I'd like to ask you the same question. Now that you're coaching, who are you modeling yourself after? Or is there a coach that you model yourself after?
Man, for me, it would, if I'm thinking of one particular coach, it would be Coach Donnie Solinger, who was my running backs coach at the University of Miami. I call him, I lean on him. He send me information all the time. He texts me weekly just to check in. So for me, it was kind of like, because to me, I feel like I have so much talent in my running back room that I was able to rely on him Like, coach, like when you got this much talent, it's really just getting the kid to believe in themselves. Other coaches, if a coach don't know how to use you, or a coach think you could do this and want you to do this, but you're not good at it, but you're good at something else. Like for me, it's just figuring out how to get the most out of you and what you're good at. I'm not trying to expose what you're not good at, but at some point I want to turn you into a complete back. And again, like I said, I have 7 kids in my room. 5 of them play. 6 of them play, actually. 6 of them play. Like we're rotating. We're coming downhill, fresh legs at all times. I got a couple that's 5'8". I'm putting him in for pass blocking. Like 5'8", 155, gonna jump into your chin strap. Like no fear at all.
That's
And
right.
it's
Love
just
that.
making sure that thing that people thought you couldn't do, that you're willing to do,
Yes.
And for me, when you get that out of players and you get players to understand, bro, you could do whatever you put your mind to. It's a want to, because like Priest, I was one of those, he's too small, he's not fast enough, he's a third down back, he's not an every down back. Bro, I played every down, first, second, third, and I could play fourth down if you needed me to. So just making sure to instill that confidence in them, being honest with them, giving them that tough love. And like I said, Coach Dunny Solinger, bro, you had a room with Najee Davenport, Clint Portis, Jared Payne, Willis McGahee, Frank Gore, and you made it work. And all 3 of them, Frankie G went on to be the 3rd all-time leading rusher ever.
That's
So
right.
you made it work. What did you see? How did you trust your instincts? Like how did you know how to use us? And he kind of like, hey, bro, I let y'all go out and be yourself. So that's what I do.
That's good.
Well, let's get a coaching fit check from Clinton. Are you more of like a Tom Landry trench coat, fedora? Are you like a Mike Ditka sweater, or a Bill Belichick ripped off sleeves on a hoodie? What's your
I'm
coat?
Bill Belichick
You
all
are?
day long. I'm Bill Belichick, man. Give me some jogging pants, give me a ripped off sweater, a little hoodie, and let me go do my thing. It don't matter how I look. I just need to be able to get this knowledge that I got in my mind. I could get it out in a suit and tie. I can get it out in jogging pants. So that's what it is. I think my comfort is Bill Belichick. So come out comfortable, and it's not about me. So I don't need to look the freshest. I don't need to be super fly on the sideline. I just need to be able to get this information to the kids, and that's what I try to do.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's about getting that message out,
Yeah.
and it seems like that's the way that he approaches coaching. And it doesn't have to necessarily be packaged up any particular way, but if I can get that message to my athletes, that's the way to go. So looking forward to seeing more, man, of what you got going on. I'm excited to see where this coaching is going to take you.
Yeah, I want to see the Clinton Portis coaching tree eventually.
That's
It
right.
just starts going down, and then someone's going to be telling the story about how you had these 5 backs in them when you made it work. So that's going to be cool. I wish that for you, man. Hope it
It's
works
gonna
out.
have to start here, man. I think for my backs, the ones that if time expire on them and they don't get an opportunity from the like they told me the other day, they said, Coach, we would rather you yell at us than to look at us and shake your head in disappointment. So I think I got a couple
Right.
that would definitely, if I was to get another job or to move on, I would definitely bring along with me, just because they're smart. They understand the game, and they will be able to help and deliver it the same way that I did. I tell them all the time, like I might walk out of me and tell them to watch film and coach it up as if they were me. And when we come back out, as far as our execution, it gets done. So somehow, some way, I think I'm getting them to listen and buy in.
That's good.
I love that. And it must feel good to be able to deliver those speeches instead of receiving them, especially if you're doing some yelling, right?
Yeah, but I don't really yell. Like if I yell, it catches the whole coaching staff off guard.
Yeah.
Like if you hear me yelling, because I'm just normally yeah, like it is what it is. But if I start yelling, you might have the whole sideline like, what's wrong with him? So I try to keep the yelling down. Yeah, it don't take all that to get your message through. And again, we got so many backs that if I gotta yell at you, come stand beside me. That's what I tell them. hey, come stand beside me and hold this clipboard so you can keep the stats of what he doing. Dad get it out of them all the time. They hurry up and snap back.
That's right. You snap back quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, get back into that game.
Quick, standing on that sideline.
Breaking news from Bet365. New customers, Priest, $5. You just bet that and you can get $200 in bonus bets. Win or lose. So sign up, place a bet for $5 and get $200 in bonus bets. Win or lose.
Bonus bets can be used on the spread, player props, futures, and so much more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER in Arizona, Colorado, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, North Carolina, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, and Virginia. Or 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa. 21 plus only. 18 plus in Kentucky. Please gamble responsibly, and you must be present in Arizona, Colorado, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, and Kentucky, as well as Louisiana and select parishes. Maryland, North Carolina, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, and Virginia. $10 minimum deposit required. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only.
This has been a Playmaker production.